Hi, my name is Felix, and I mastered 4 different skills. I taught myself how to write copies and work with some of the biggest coaches in Germany and made a full-time income from this. I learned how to pick up girls on the street, or not even, but until I met my girlfriend by approaching her on the street. I mastered fitness and I built up a body that have got me, or I could have gone on stage with pretty much, and so on. And I have a lot of different interests, and sometimes there's a moment when you feel like you want to do something or you want to go to the next level, but there's something holding you back. And oftentimes those are limiting beliefs. And in this video, I'm gonna go live through my process of uncovering and then breaking those limiting beliefs in order to fully feel free and to reach the next level and to act without any blockages, so to speak. And I have a very specific process that I used over and over in my life before. And one time, for example, I was already doing pickup and I was quite good at it, but I didn't have any long-term relationship and I wanted one. And I used this exact process of breaking and uncovering my limiting beliefs and then to destroying them. And just a few months later, I've gotten into a long-term relationship and I met my girlfriend that I've been with for the past 5 years. So this process works and I use it over and over again every single time I realize my outer world doesn't match my desires, so my results don't match my desires, so to speak. And let's get started. So the first step is to I'm recording this the second time because the first time I didn't plug in my audio. So I already have it written down, but we'll go through this. And the first thing is to actually write down all the different beliefs that you have and to just take inquiry and to take stock of what you actually believe and what is holding you back. And in my case, I'm doing this around money because I want to go to the next level. And I feel like there has been something that didn't allow me to go to the next level yet. And I want to break this and solve this, so I do. And the first step, again, what do I hate about money? You can use this for whatever kind of thing you want to solve. What do I hate about weight loss? What do I hate about learning X? Doesn't matter. What do I think about it? And those are the two main questions. You can also ask, like, why can't I 10x my income? Why can't I get a girlfriend? Why can't I lose weight? This will also get you to your beliefs. Once you have that belief, you start to dig down a little bit deeper. So my first response was, it's hard to generate money. That's just the first thing you blur out. What you then want to do is to ask yourself, okay, what does this actually mean? And by doing this, you go deeper and deeper and deeper, like an onion, until you actually get to the core belief, the foundational belief that has been building up for a long time. And in my case, it's hard to get other people's money. Once I have this core belief, and you just write down as many as you can think of, you go to the next step and you use The Work by Byron Katie, or at least the questions of it, the steps before I modified a little bit, and the steps afterwards. And you go through these 4 different questions that you use on these beliefs. So for example, if I believe it's hard to get other people's money, then the first question is that true? Answer is, I don't know. How do I know it's true? I do not. I made it up, pretty much. How do I react when I have this thought? Well, the first thing is I feel a little bit frustrated and discouraged. And who would I be without this thought? I would feel more free. I would feel more driven or even more driven, and I would go for it even harder. Okay, and once I have this, I just turn around the belief and pretty much using the opposite. So for me, it would be, it's easy to get other people's money, or it's sometimes hard for others to get my money. Those will be the 2 turnarounds. And you want to look for which one feels the most true to you personally. And once you do, and this is very important, you want to find and collect proof to support this belief. So if I believe that it's easy to get other people's money, I want to look for proof in my own life or examples from other people where this belief is true and where I can prove to myself that it's the truth. Okay? Because once you do, you start to believe it actually, and you have this new operating system. And by believing something else, you start to act differently. And by acting differently and then taking different actions and by going harder or being more disciplined or whatever it is, you start to get different outcomes, and preferably those are the outcomes you actually desire. And this is pretty much the process, and you can use it again for everything else in your life or any other result you want. And if you like this kind of video, I have more videos like this on my channel, so consider subscribing. I keep uploading consistently, and you can check out more of those videos on my channel. Also like this video, and I'll see you next time.